My home would be breached within a matter of minutes. I couldn't spirit the body away, and I couldn't just disappear myself either. Or could I? As luck would have it, and because of circumstances completely beyond my control, my familiar was not with me at the moment. But they wouldn't know that, would they? As the last of my protection spells fell, I took one final look at Sonya's body, trying to commit everything about the sight to memory. Then I opened the bedroom window and cast the transformation spell. They didn't even bother to knock. One minute I had a front door, and the next minute I didn't. An entire squad of heavily armored police officers entered the room. Once they declared the place clear, the witches entered. Part of me really wanted to make my exit at that moment, but the other part was hoping for some small clue as to just what the hell was going on. The curious part of me won out. Unfortunately, there is that old saying about what curiosity does to cats. Seeing the 3 council members enter gave me a moment's pride. Most times they only sent 2. My reputation must be even stronger than I had thought. There wasn't much that could withstand a trinity of witches. Not ones with their power. A single witch, no matter how powerful, would never stand a chance. There were 2 ways I could play this. I could try to sneak out the front door and past them, but that might draw more suspicion than I wanted. They might decide to try to stop me, and the chase would be on. There would probably end up being a chase anyway, but I wanted as much of a head start as I could get. Taking a deep breath, I arched my now white and furry back and hissed for all I was worth. A couple officers jumped at my ferocious battle cry, but the witches just smirked.
"That's just his familiar,"
Tabitha said. She was the actual second-in-command of the entire council. They must really think I was a threat if they sent her. Just what the bloody hell was going on here? I waited until the last of the police officers had entered the bedroom, which they did quickly after finding the entryway empty. The witches stood back to back in the center of the front room and closed their eyes. Crap. They were casting feelers out for my magical signature. Wouldn't they be surprised to find it right there in front of them? I ran as fast as my little furry legs would carry me, but not toward the door. I darted back into the bedroom and up and onto the half-open windowsill. Thank the goddess I had thought to open it. Hovering for a second on the narrow sill, I eyed the tree just outside the window. I'd seen Baxter make the leap dozens of times, but then he was a cat through and through. I was a man in a cat suit. The mental debate was still on when the first cry from the witches came from the living room. "Stop that cat!" It was now or never. I jumped.
Chapter 1. There were times when keeping a promise was hard. This wasn't one of them. My promise to Ark, my new accidental familiar, was an easy one for me to make good on, mostly because it gave me a reason to leave home for a while. Home was confusing right now. Aunt Opal was being uncharacteristically hovering, and my best friend Opie had taken a bit of a runner on me after seeing me do a massive magical attack. I couldn't really blame either of them, I guess. Both witnessed my new and previously unknown ability. It was scary as heck. It scared me, too. Helping Art clear his name back in Indiana would give me a chance to make some things up to him, plus give me the distance I needed from my family and Opie to think things through. Find my new status quo. Ark had even promised to help me with that. He was proving to be a good friend, too. I really needed one right now. I glanced over at the gorgeous, dark-haired man in the passenger seat beside me. "So, you want to go over what happened one more time for me? From the top this time?" He'd already given me the short version. Someone had killed his ex-lover Sonya, and was trying, successfully it seemed, to pin the murder on him.